Every day I'm going to read a minute of the Latina Survival Guide. We're going to start with the beginning of the book. Episode 1, disclaimer. It takes place on 12/25 at 7 a.m. Rating is PG, and the episode description is, my lawyer made me write this. Here we go. This is not a self-help book. It is a survival novella filed under comedy, trauma, and sequence. The stories you're about to hear or read are inspired by real events, but names, timelines, and incriminating details have been blurred, altered, or shamelessly dramatized. Any resemblance to actual tyrants, gossipititis, or polyester uniforms may or may not be coincidental. Consider this my legal way of saying, sue the telenovela industry, not me. The names may be changed, but the chancletas are real. My legal counsel suggested a pseudonym. I suggested surviving a Puerto Rican mother with good aim. I was born in Puerto Rico, not the postcard perfect San Juan cruise ship brochures, but in an enclave of privilege most people pretend doesn't exist. It's a world of old money, European vacations, and private Catholic schools designed to ensure you never interacted with the wrong kind of people. It smells like leather briefcases, gardenias, and my titi's Aquanet, the true perfume of San Juan privilege. My life was excess personified. Private Catholic school, Academia San Jose, designer clothes, Valentino, Oscar de la Renta, Balenciaga, on a child who still had braces. Summer trips abroad, Paris, Madrid, Rome, all curated to prove we were not like the others. In other words, I was born into a portfolio that traded heavily in abuela, matriarch dividends, infidelidad, affairs as assets, and chisme futures, always bullish. It was Beverly Hills, but make it Spanish aristocracy. Puerto Rican elite institutions mark your rank in life. Lineage wasn't dinner table talk. It was blood sport. Suitors weren't judged on love, but on last names. Rodriguez from where? Ponce, Bayamon, New York? Cue the ancestral side-eye. And then I broke the script. I left. Leaving meant exile. It meant no more velvet gates, no more pedigree suitors, no more whisper roll calls of surnames. Leaving meant losing rank. But it also meant survival, freedom, oxygen. Because every telenovela heroine knows you don't find yourself until you walk out of the mansion, slam the wrought iron door, and disappear into the night. Next episode, survival with a price. From gilded privilege to Hollywood hustle. I went to sophomore, exclusive yes, but not Harvard or Yale, which scandalized the relatives. I trained at HCT, the American Conservatory Theater. I chased a dream, worked in soaps in Hollywood, worked in soaps in Mexico, came back to Hollywood to write Esau's High, a show about working class Latino, ironic, since I never stepped in a barrio till now. And then I hit a wall. The shocking truth, the American dream is a scam. After years of hustling in Hollywood, Mexico, and government agencies, I realized something horrifying. In the United States of America, I was a second-class citizen, not for lack of education, not for lack of talent, not because of my overinvestment in soap opera love triangles, but no, because I was Puerto Rican. Let's pause for the cosmic irony. I'm an American citizen, by birth, by law, by every constitution definition possible, and yet I was treated like an immigrant, seen as a foreigner, forced to prove my Americanness to people whose ancestors had arrived at Ellis Island centuries after mine had settled in Puerto Rico. It didn't matter that my father held 2 Ivy League degrees in the 1950s, an unheard of feat before the American Disabilities Act and the Civil Rights Act. It didn't matter that our Rolodex was stacked with Ivy grads and inherited wealth. None of it mattered because in America, people saw a Latina and made their assumptions accordingly. The twist? Survival here would require a new law, a memoir of madness, privilege, and the loophole of the American dream. Let's address the elephant in the room. When people think about Puerto Rican success story, people think J-Lo. I'm not J-Lo. This is not started from the bottom and now we're here. No, this is started from the top, fell down the stairs, hit my head, and woke up wondering what the hell happened. Because that, dear reader, is the American dream's fine print. The decoder, survival law number 1, the American dream has no warranty, especially if you're Puerto Rican. And that ends chapter number 1, episode 1.